This is The Scoop for Thursday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. The American Association of University Professors released a report yesterday criticizing political interference in Florida's higher education system. The report focused on measures approved by the legislature and Governor Ron DeSantis during the past several years. Actions taken by higher education officials and an effort by conservatives to remake New College of Florida. For example, the report took issue with several laws signed by DeSantis in 2022, including a law that made changes to tenure reviews for faculty members and required universities to periodically change accreditors. Last month, the free expression group PEN America analyzed Florida's history of culture war laws. WMNF's Chris Young tells us the report argues that legislation in Florida under Governor Ron DeSantis is driving a conservative view of free speech across the country.
The report cites Florida's culture war laws and how they've influenced the country on issues such as LGBTQ rights and anti-protest bills. Katie Blankenship, Florida director of PEN America, says these issues have effects beyond Florida.
While we've known that Florida is something that we absolutely have to focus on and understand the harm that's happening to Floridians, we've also long understood that the strategy that's being implemented in Florida is specifically to not only shore up DeSantis's presidential campaign, but to be a blueprint for the rest of the country.
The report cites book bans, finding during last school year a record 1,406 book ban cases in Florida, over 40% of the book bans they have documented across the country. In March, Governor Ron DeSantis hosted a press conference refuting the book ban allegations.
This idea of a book ban in Florida that somehow they don't want books in the library, that's a hoax.
However, Blankenship calls his argument tired.
And this idea of trying to weasel your way out of banning books when they are clearly being removed from the shelves, these beloved authors, these texts that are so vital, is atrocious.
The organization defines a school book ban as any action taken against a book based on its content and as a result of challenges that leads to a previously accessible book being either completely removed from availability to students or where access to a book is restricted or diminished.
Just in Florida, Toni Morrison is banned in Broward County, Clay County, Collier County, Duval County, Escambia County. This list just goes on and on.
However, Blankenship is hopeful for the future.
We're seeing a huge amount of grassroots movement and organization. There's a ton of amazing statewide organizations, Florida Freedom to Read, Quality Florida. There's all these groups that are highly active, and PEN America is here to stand with them, support them, and help amplify and push towards a real statewide movement.
You can read the full report on pen.org. For WMNF News, I'm Chris Young.
The chair of the Sarasota School Board is calling for the resignation of her colleague Bridget Ziegler. The Sarasota Herald-Tribune reports that Karen Rose joins fellow board member Tom Edwards in asking for Ziegler to step down. Conservatives and liberals are calling for Ziegler to resign as investigators consider an allegation of sexual assault of another woman by her husband. Ziegler has said the three of them had previously had a sexual encounter. The next board meeting will be Tuesday evening. The 14-year-old boy arrested on weapons charges last month in connection to an Ybor City shooting the weekend before Halloween now faces murder charges. A press release from the Tampa Police Department says the teen is facing a charge of second-degree murder with a firearm. The teen also faces charges of attempted aggravated battery and attempted murder. In October, an adult was taken into custody and charged with second-degree murder for his role in the fatal shootings. More than 580 people in Florida have died from kratom-related overdoses during the past decade. An investigation by the Tampa Bay Times found that large numbers of deaths despite the fact that the kratom industry has touted the safety of its products. The Times found that most of the deaths were caused by a fatal mixture of kratom and at least one other substance, but 46 people in Florida overdosed only on the herb. Today, it'll be sunny and will warm up to the low 70s. Tonight, cloudy with overnight lows in the mid-50s. And tomorrow, mostly cloudy and warm with highs in the mid-70s. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.